Dutch Comic Con, zijn we nog een beetje wakker hier op zondagmiddag? Ik zei, zijn we nog een beetje wakker? Goede energie, positieve energie. We gaan gelijk door met de volgende gast. Net Ian en nu hebben we een heel bijzonder iemand wederom. Jullie zijn speciaal voor hem gekomen. Dus ik ga even overschakelen naar het Engels om hem een goede intro te geven. He's a British-Irish actor and you may know him from the Marvel Universe X-Men Origins. You may know him from Star Wars, but you will know him as that one Mary Brandenburg from one of the best trilogies ever made, The Lord of the Rings. So give him a super warm welcome. Everybody make some noise for Dominic Monaghan! So, today we only have 30 minutes. Yesterday we had 45 minutes. So I suggest people get in line if you want to ask Dominic a question. And we'll kick off the Q&A right away.
Sounds good.
Yeah, man. Let's go. Who has the first question for Dominic Monaghan? Let's do it.
You don't win a prize because you're first. Fortunately.
Hi. I don't really have like a very specific question. I was just questioning if I could give you this.
Oh, you want to give me a gift?
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a little hard.
Thanks, it's very sweet. Thank you very much.
All your fans love you.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's it. Have a nice day.
Okay, great.
It's a tiny little heart, if anyone was wondering.
Nice.
Thank you.
Hey.
Hi Dominic, my name is Kira. Pleasure to be talking to you today.
How's it going, Kira?
Very well, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, good, thanks.
I know that you've done thousands and thousands of interviews and even given some iconic ones yourself. I'm wondering if there's a question that you have never been asked in an interview that you would love to be.
Oh man, I feel like those type of questions are like things that you want to get asked maybe when your career is coming to an end.
Which is not.
Yeah, like when you're okay with like not working again, because you know some of the things that have not been asked of me may potentially that I would like to be asked may potentially kind of put me in an arena where people are like, ooh, he's a little bit too dangerous to work with at this point. So I don't know. I don't tend to like say mean things about anyone. It's not necessarily that. It's just more like I have a very specific kind of public life, and then I have a very specific kind of private life. And a lot of that private life is stuff that I'm super interested in. But I'm probably a little protective over that because you have to get employed and insured by people. And if people knew everything that I got up to in my private life, they might not insure me to be an actor. So, sorry.
Fair enough. Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
Kira. Thank you.
Take care.
You too.
Thanks.
Hello Dominic,
Hi.
how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. A little bit nervous, but that's okay.
Oh, don't be nervous.
My question is, if you could play any other character from Lord of the Rings, who would you play and why?
I get asked this question all the time. It's kind of like it's like a bit of a tough thing to answer because you don't want to act like the other person's performance wasn't good and you could do better, because that's not the case. But I think the most interesting character in Rings is probably Gollum, just because it's two characters. You know, it's not only Gollum, it's Smeagol, and Andy did an incredible job playing that kind of drug-addicted, ring-addicted character. But I think probably Gollum's the most interesting for an actor.
Yeah, I would choose the same.
Yeah, right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks. Next question.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
So I saw that the Hobbit prosthetic feet that you had on for Lord of the Rings took a really long time to put on.
Yeah.
What were some kind of things that you all did, or you just personally, to get through that?
It gets a lot quicker now. You know, Elijah went back to play Frodo in the Hobbit films, and he said it took like 25 minutes to put the Hobbit feet on. When we were doing it for Rings, it was more like an hour and a half, because it was still in its kind of infancy, you know. We listened to a lot of music, so we were constantly listening to music. We had a little tiny TV in the corner of the little trailer where we get our feet on. Sometimes we would be watching stuff. There was no mobile phones back then, no cell phones back then, so we did a lot of reading. I kept a diary, so very often I'm like writing in my diary. Those type of things. Lego, a little bit of Lego. Yeah.
All right,
Thanks.
Lego, I like that.
Yeah, a little bit of Lego when you're standing up, yeah.
Hey,
Hi.
You were amazing as Charlie in Lost.
Thanks.
I was wondering how you feel a show like Lost with very complex storylines has its effects on TV shows today.
Yeah, I think Lost was quite influential. You could make a strong argument to say that Lost was one of the last TV shows before this whole binge culture came in, you know? Now, with the big streamers, obviously Netflix being the big boy, but also, you know, Amazon and Apple and Disney Plus. If you like a TV show, there's 8 episodes, there's 10 episodes, there's 12 episodes. You can just watch it all in one go. With Lost, it was week by week, 22 weeks, you know? And if you missed it on that Wednesday night, someone's going to ruin it on the Thursday, so you had to watch it. So I think it's very influential in terms of that, but that culture's kind of died. But in terms of the kind of like flashbacks and flash forwards, I think Lost was very much the kind of like a trendsetter in that regard. And I can see it nowadays in TV shows. I mean, straight after Lost, I don't know if you guys remember, there was a TV show called Heroes. You know, like, yeah, you remember that show? Like people just had these superhero qualities. I saw a lot of Lost in Heroes, and I think they kind of said the same thing. So you can see its influence still nowadays. Thank you.
thanks. Next question. Goedemiddag.
Hello.
Hello.
At first, I will thank you for playing Mary in The Lord of the Rings because when I read the book, it was immediately one of my favorite characters.
Cool.
And my question for you is, can you describe a plushie stuffed animal from your childhood?
Oh man, I had a lot when I was a kid. I was a big fan of what we call teddy bears in England. My favorite one, there was one called Georgie. There was like kind of like a dog, a tiny little dog, and it was like this big. And my favorite one was actually a German brand called Stief. Do you know that company, Stief?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're kind of like nice, traditional German toys.
Did they also do the Bernstein bears?
Yeah, they did.
They did, right?
Yeah, they did. And they made a little hedgehog called Mackie that wore like almost like lederhosen, little kind of dongle.
Right.
Yeah. I had like a little Mackie. I still have him. He's like this big. That was my all-time favorite little teddy bear toy when I was a kid. If I lost him in the house, I'd be like, but I still have him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's phenomenal. I haven't heard that brand in a while, but it did do the Bernstein bears.
They're still huge in Germany.
Yeah.
Still a massive company.
Great. Hey,
Hi, Dom.
Hi.
So nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
So I'm very late to the party, but over the past few years, I've become a really big Lost fan. So I'm really glad to hear that there's more people here for
Yeah.
Lost as well. And I was wondering what it was like after you had sadly been written out of the show, to then after a couple of years come back to it again. What was that like?
Yeah, I came back quite quickly because I left at the end of season 3, but then I'm in the first episode of season 4.
That is true.
So I came back quite quick.
Yeah.
You know, there's like a break and I come back, and then I would kind of come and go.
Yeah.
It's different, you know, when you're on the island in the cast making the show every week. It feels different when you kind of step in, but you know that's how it goes in life. You go through these stages, you know, and you just kind of have to accept it. I was doing other things at that point, so in between going backwards and forwards for Lost, I was doing other films. I was in different parts of the world and stuff. Life kind of moves on, you know. So yeah, it definitely felt a little strange, but I don't know. You just kind of embrace the strangeness a little bit and try and have it inform on the character of Charlie that I play.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
nice. Hey,
Hello, your character. Help your CDs too, brain power.
thanks, bro.
What I want to know is, what was your most unforgettable moment in Lord of the Rings while filming it, on and off camera?
Most unforgettable moment. I think probably the Moria stuff. The first time that the Fellowship kind of fight as a unit. You know, we realize that when we're in Balin's tomb that there's something coming towards us, and then, you know, Boromir looks out and says they have a cave troll, and we think, okay, we're in trouble now. You know, Aragorn gets his sword out, and Legolas takes an arrow out and puts it in the bow, and the hobbits all pull out their swords, and, you know, you're kind of thinking, okay, so for the first time ever, you're going to see these 9 people fight and see how they fight as a unit. And I think all 9 of the guys being together and doing that, and watching Viggo fight a few people, and then watching John fight a few people, and Sean Astin banging pots on top of people's heads and stuff like that. I think that whole sequence probably took a couple of weeks for us to film. And I remember thinking that was a pretty exciting time, because up until that point, the hobbits are just cute little characters, you know. But now they've got their swords out and they're like trying to kill people, so it's kind of exciting.
Awesome, great story, man.
Thank you.
Great, thanks, bro. Nice one. Hi.
Hi, I'm so glad to see you today.
Thank you, nice to see you.
So you probably are often asked about your favorite thing about filming Lord of the Rings. But I want to ask you about the most annoying, repetitive thing that happened. Like you come on set and you're like, oh God, not again.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you kind of look back on it and everything feels great, you know, which, you know, in a lot of ways it is. There's not a lot to complain about with Lord of the Rings. I think I give the same answer that I gave yesterday, which is that you find yourself becoming exhausted and there's nothing you can do about it because you're working 6 days of the week. You didn't get Saturdays off. And you're working, long hours. Hobbits are in first. We leave last because we have feet, wigs, ears, dirt, blood, scars. I had a fat suit that I had to put on. So, you know, I would get picked up at like 5 in the morning. I would get home at 8 o'clock at night. You look at the work for the next day. You sleep. You do it again. And it goes on for almost 2 years. And I think you find a level of exhaustion that you've never found before. So I think probably that was the most challenging. But the other thing is, like, everyone's exhausted. Everyone's tired and you're all together. So in a lot of ways, it creates a camaraderie because you're all going through it together.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was the cumulative thing you said yesterday, like it builds up.
Yeah, because you can handle it for like a week or 2, but 2 or 3 months, 5 or 6 months, there's nothing you can do. It just gets on top of it. Yeah. The next couple of years.
Hey.
Hello.
Hi.
A lovely cardigan.
Thank you, I made it.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Wow, fantastic.
Took a while. Not as long as the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
I have a question about Lost.
Yeah.
Your character was in a fictional band called Drive Shaft.
Yeah.
My question is, do you remember your hit song? And if not, what was it like to play in a fictional band?
Yeah, I do remember the song. The song is called You All Everybody, right? I got asked by Green Day, you know that band Green Day? I got asked by Green Day to sing it, to like open for them one time. And I was like, what? I was like, but it's not even a song, it's just a line from a song. There's no chorus, there's no second verse or third verse. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. It was really fun. I mean, I think a lot of actors feel like frustrated musicians, and a lot of musicians feel like frustrated actors. We're all, do you know what I mean? We're all working in the same artistic field. We're all trying to express ourselves, you know? So it was great. It was really fun. The guy who played my brother, Neil Hopkins, he and I sat around and talked about the Gallagher brothers from Oasis. We talked about The Verve. Later on, we were talking about Kasabian. You know, these kind of like quite masculine kind of bands, brothers, fighting, lots of drugs, lots of alcohol, lots of misbehaving, very kind of typical kind of cliches that you think about bands. So I wanted in some way for it to be a tribute to all of those bands. It's great, you get to wear leather trousers and stupid earrings and you know, eyeliner and stick your hair up in the air. It's kind of the dream for an actor.
I liked you better than Oasis.
Oh, thank you, that's very sweet.
Thank you.
Man.
Bye-bye. Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm a huge fan. I really loved your program called Wild Things with Dominic Monaghan. And I was wondering, out of all the animals you were looking for from all over the world, which one was your favorite?
Well, that's a tough one, mate, because I'm a big fan of animals. I think the most impressive and kind of imposing is the king cobra. I've never been around a snake like that before. It's about the length between you and I. It's the largest venomous snake on the planet. We had to wrap it around a tree. It was so big. And it growls like a dog. And it also can lift its body up like half its length. So this thing was like 16 feet. So it was 8 feet above me. I'm only 5'7". So it was up here, looking down at me, going, which is just terrifying. I mean, snakes can be intimidating, but the biggest venomous snake on the planet is extremely intimidating. So I think the king cobra was the most imposing. I had some really delicate, beautiful moments with animals. We were walking home late one night in Ecuador, and my crew was ahead of me. And I had a torch, a flashlight, just looking around in the jungle. And I saw this spider called a net casting spider. So it doesn't make a web. It has like a net, like a fisherman, that it holds onto. Wow. Yeah, and it throws its net towards animals that it sees. And I said to my crew, we were like 10, 15 minutes away from where we were staying. And they're like, hey, where are you? And I said, it's okay, keep going. I'm just gonna look at this spider. And I stood there for like half an hour waiting for this spider to cast its net. And then it threw its net, and I was like, oh wow, I've never seen that before. I'll probably never see it again. So little moments like that kind of stick in my head.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're gonna rewatch it very soon.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, thank you. Love that show.
The net-thrown spider.
Yeah, net casting spider. Hi.
Hi, well, my question for you is, well, you've been in a lot of movies, and if you could do like a sequel or a spin-off or a prequel, for what movie and what would that be and why?
Well, I mean, the further adventures of Merry and Pippin would be kind of fun. You know, Merry and Pippin after the whole adventure of the ring. They go back to Gondor, where Pippin has become quite infamous. They go back to Rohan, where Merry has obviously done some quite important things. They go on a little tour of all of these places so that they can show each other what happens. And then years later, Aragorn dies. And when Merry and Pippin die, they get buried together. So they obviously form these very strong friendships with each other. So I think maybe the further adventures of Merry and Pippin would be kind of a cool one.
So can I get a high five?
A high five? Sure.
Thank you.
Thanks. Very cute.
Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Is there anything from Mary in the books that you would have loved to see included in the movies? And also, does anything feel different to you revisiting the books years after shooting the movie?
Well, you know, Merry's quite different in the books than he is in the movies. I think he's the most changed of all the four hobbits. Merry is known in the books as being the most curious of the hobbits, one of the wittiest of the hobbits, arguably the smartest, most intellectual of the hobbits. He's the most well-read. He knows about the ring before any of the other hobbits. He sees Bilbo try and escape from his relatives in the Shire by putting the ring on. He suddenly disappears, and he follows this kind of invisible Bilbo, and suddenly Bilbo takes off the ring, and Merry sees that he's holding a ring. This is years before Gandalf shows up and tells Frodo that the ring might be something special. And Merry does his own research, and he realizes that there's some power in the ring. So there's quite a lot that changes. You know, Merry is the person that points out to Gandalf when they get to the doors of Moria. He's the hobbit that says, what's the elven word for friend? Whereas in the film, they have it be Frodo. So I think there would be quite a lot about Merry that you could extend, but unfortunately, you know, they're trying to tell the story much more about Frodo than they are about the other characters. So There's lots of places you could have gone with Mary, I think.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice one. All right.
Hi, I'm so sorry, I have a similar question. But
Okay, that's all right.
if you could give Mary one additional scene in the films, what would it be?
I think all 4 hobbits were very keen to do the scouring of the Shire. I don't know if you know the scouring of the Shire.
Yeah.
But obviously, the ring is destroyed, we come back, the Shire is being overtaken by orcs, and in the book, Saruman is there with Wormtongue, and we kind of oust him from the Shire. I think Wormtongue ends up killing Saruman on his way out the Shire, but with Merry and Pippin, and certainly Merry having a significant amount of experience in wars and battles, he's able to be, you know, telling the other hobbits, you go this way, we're going to trap this person, we're going to do this. He's kind of like a general in an army. So I think we were all very keen on doing the scouring of the Shire, but of course, it makes sense in the Peter Jackson trilogy, once the ring is destroyed, it's kind of the end of the story. You can't tell more and more ends of the story, but in the books, it's an amazing chapter.
I know, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir.
Hello.
Hi, Dominic Monaghan.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. One of my favorite interviews that you've ever given was you, Billy, and Elijah doing the Return of the Rings video game.
All right.
I was wondering, are you still a gamer? And if you are, what's your favorite video game at the moment?
Yeah, I do play video games. I'm a big fan. My favorite at the moment, single-player game, is probably Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
All right, yeah.
Which is very difficult. It's very, very hard to actually like win a sword fight in that game. So I'm doing a lot of sneaking around at night and, you know, pickpocketing people and breaking into their houses, which I do not recommend in real life. But in a game, it's super fun. And then multiplayer game is League of Legends.
All right.
So I started to play League of Legends during COVID, and I thought I would give up within a couple of weeks. And I've been playing it now for 6 or 7 years. Billy also plays it, and we play together with friends and stuff. So yeah, I'm a big fan of video games. I think Skyrim is probably my all-time favorite computer game. But at the moment, League of Legends is the one that I'm playing the most.
Try Ark Raiders.
Wait, what's it called?
Ark Raiders.
Ark Raiders.
Yeah, it's a PC game, but it's amazing.
Okay, I've got a PC.
What's on consoles now?
Okay, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. What a very snappy dresser in your Pac-Man.
Yeah, I love it.
You're talking of video games.
Hi, thanks.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Nick.
Hey, man.
I had a question about Flash Forward.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Remember that one?
I do remember Flash Forward.
It has really interesting premises. It's the Flash Forward, it is society changing, and it starts to deepen out what happens to people and happens to society. I can imagine, what do you do as an actor? Do you discuss it with actors from between, or just the writers? Do you just do your acting and play the show?
Well, I certainly discussed it with the writers, maybe not as much with the actors, because everyone's doing different things. I was obviously the only character that stayed awake while the rest of the world went to sleep, so I was kind of in my own lane, really. But I love that show. There was a great storyline for the second season, which is that I kind of became a fugitive and went on the run, and the FBI were after me. But unfortunately, the show just didn't go, you know. But I thought the first season was really fun.
How was that mentally? The fact that it should have gone further.
Yeah, it should have. It happens like that sometimes. Thank you, man.
Thanks. We got 3 minutes left for like probably 2-3 questions.
We'll try our best. I'll try and go fast.
I'm not even talking to you, but thanks, bro.
Who do you main in League of Legends?
I main probably Lux, but I can also mess with Teemo, Jinx, Jhin, a little Malzahar. I don't know. I mean, almost any ADC, any support. It's just jungle. I can't really play jungle. I can play Kha'Zix, but not very well. So if someone put a gun to my head and said pick one champion, I would play Lux.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, Teemo is a bit similar to Marion.
Teemo's amazing.
Yeah.
I love how toxic Teemo is.
Yeah,
So
exactly, yeah. Right, thank you.
thank you.
Go on.
Hello.
So next year, the Fellowship of the Ring has its 25th anniversary.
Wow.
So I was thinking, do you think there should have be a reunion for those rings?
Yeah, there should be a reunion. There really should. you know, it should be kind of an official thing, like something that gets put together by what would now be Warner Brothers, because I guess New Line wouldn't do it. We'll see. I mean, there's nothing that's kind of been like officially announced, but I think 25 years is a good anniversary.
Yeah, man.
And the thing that we keep saying, which is totally true, is like, we're not all going to be alive forever. So it's not going to get to the 50th and we're all going to be here. So 25 are all still here, at least the fellowship is, we should do it.
Yeah, it would be great to see. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Good question, and I'm curious, man. I would love to see that.
Yeah, me too.
Hey.
Hello.
Have you worn wigs?
Yes.
When will you wear wigs?
Just sometimes, I guess.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, that was a powerful last question. But we're going to wrap this up.
Thank you.
Dominic, it's been a lot of fun. I want you guys to make some noise for Dominic Monaghan. This is a great dude, man. And to round it off, let's get in the picture with Dom. Everybody, let's take a quick selfie here. Want to get everybody in here. Utrecht, laat je horen. There you go. Thanks, man. It's been great. Thanks, buddy. Laat je nog één keer horen voor Dominic Monaghan. Bedankt voor jullie aandacht tot zover. Ik geef het podium weer weg aan de volgende gasten. En ik zie jullie later.